Hi, I'm Lillian.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And we want to tell you
our D story.
The Word of God tells us to go into all the nations and make disciples. Personally, I never had the desire to go to any nations. In fact, most of the missions trips that I'd ever heard of, they were all about building projects. And let's face it, I'm just not a construction kind of gal. Over the last year, I read 2 books, Crazy Love and Radical. God used these books to totally wreck me. It was through them that I finally understood. He got my attention about the need to go into all the nations. It wasn't long after this that we were approached and given the opportunity to go to Ghana, Africa. It was there that we were going to be able to minister in a variety of different capacities. We knew that God was taking us to a new level of sacrifice and obedience.
Although I've been to Africa in 2004, which was a life-changing trip, I didn't feel like going back in 2012. But it wasn't until I stopped relying on my feelings and realized that God calls all of us to reach all those in need, whether it's in our backyard, around the block, or around the world. All the nations means all the nations. Watching a child study by moonlight, not in front of a computer, but just on a rock with a little piece of paper and a pencil, watching the children play with a stick and a tire for hours on end without complaint, and seeing the people walk for miles in the heat to go to church to worship God in a building without a roof, without seats. Life-changing. I also had the opportunity to hold an AIDS baby. And as I looked into its beautiful eyes, I could feel God speaking to me. Now you can feel my heartbeat. The mission that God sent us on really opened my eyes to my own poverty, which was spiritual, and my own disease, which was affluence.
We were given the opportunity to visit an AIDS orphanage. We were able to do some teaching and training for some young people there at Youth for Christ International. Pastors, future church leaders at a Bible college there. We did some counseling and discipleship, and just basically loved on people with the love of Christ. It was amazing. I've learned that the truth of Matthew 28 is not just about us going and being a blessing to others. It is a God-ordained appointment where we are blessed and we are changed forever. I will never be the same.
I now know the abundant life that Jesus talks about is in giving, not accumulating, and in sacrifice, not in self. God provided the opportunity, the desire, and the resources. With God, nothing is impossible. Nothing. My name is Mike Smith.
And I'm Lillian Smith. And we are disciples of Christ.